Mohammed Zain ul Abidin Rashid, a 29-year-old Australian man, has been sentenced to 17 years in prison. This sentencing marks a significant moment in the fight against online predators, as Rashid's actions have left a trail of trauma and devastation. His crime: he posed as a teenage YouTuber to extort explicit content from hundreds of girls worldwide. By creating a false persona, he gained the trust of his victims, manipulating them into sharing personal and explicit content. This deceitful tactic is a common method used by online predators to exploit the innocence and trust of young individuals. This case stands as one of the worst sextortion cases ever recorded. The severity of Rashid's actions is reflected in the extensive evidence collected by law enforcement, which included thousands of messages and images. The judge, in delivering the sentence, emphasized the calculated and predatory nature of Rashid's crimes. Rashid targeted girls, many under 16, across 20 countries. His reach was global, exploiting the connectivity of the internet to find and manipulate his victims. The international scope of his crimes has brought attention to the need for stronger global cooperation in combating online exploitation. He pleaded guilty to 119 charges involving 286 victims. The charges ranged from producing and possessing child exploitation material to using a carriage service to procure and transmit child pornography. Each charge represents a life affected, a young person whose trust was shattered. His actions have sent shockwaves across the globe, highlighting the dark side of the internet. The case has sparked widespread outrage and concern, prompting discussions about the safety of young people online and the measures needed to protect them. This case is a stark reminder of the very real dangers that lurk online. It serves as a wake-up call for parents, educators, and policymakers to take proactive steps in educating and protecting children from online predators. The digital world, while offering many benefits, also harbors significant risks that must be addressed. It underscores the vulnerability of young people and the devastating impact of online exploitation. Families are left to pick up the pieces, dealing with the emotional and psychological fallout. The trauma inflicted by such exploitation can have long-lasting effects, making it crucial for society to support victims and work towards preventing such crimes in the future. In response to this case, communities and law enforcement agencies are ramping up efforts to educate the public about online safety. Workshops, seminars, and school programs are being implemented to teach children and parents about the signs of online grooming and how to stay safe on the internet. Law enforcement agencies are also enhancing their capabilities to track and apprehend online predators. Advanced technology and international cooperation are key components in the ongoing battle against cybercrime. The hope is that with these efforts, future cases like Rashid's can be prevented and the internet can become a safer place for everyone. Rashid's method was cunning and deceptive. He meticulously crafted his online presence, ensuring every detail was convincing. He created a believable online persona, posing as a popular 15-year-old American YouTuber. This wasn't just a simple profile, it was a well-thought-out character, with a backstory, interests, and a consistent posting schedule. This facade allowed him to gain the trust of his victims, many of whom were young girls. They believed they were interacting with a peer, someone who understood their world and shared their experiences. He would initiate contact through social media platforms frequented by teenagers. Platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok became his hunting grounds where he could easily blend in and start conversations. Once he established communication, he would manipulate his victims into sending him explicit images and videos. He used flattery, promises of friendship, and even the lure of potential collaboration to gain their trust. Rashid's tactics were not merely about deception. He was a master manipulator, using psychological tricks to break down his victims' defenses. He used threats and coercion, often telling his victims he would share their explicit content with their families and friends if they didn't comply with his demands. The fear of exposure and the potential shame kept his victims in a state of constant anxiety, making them more susceptible to his control. The emotional toll on his victims was immense. Many felt isolated, ashamed, and terrified, unable to seek help due to the fear of judgment or repercussions. Rashid's actions not only violated their privacy, but also shattered their sense of security and trust in others. The facade he created was a weapon, used to exploit and harm the most vulnerable. Eventually, his deceitful activities caught up with him. Law enforcement agencies, with the help of vigilant parents and cybercrime experts, managed to track him down and bring him to justice. His arrest brought a sense of relief to his victims, but the scars of his manipulation would take much longer to heal. The aftermath of Rashid's actions highlighted the importance of online safety and the need for open communication between teenagers and their guardians. It served as a stark reminder of the dangers lurking behind seemingly innocent online interactions. By raising awareness and educating the younger generation about the potential risks, we can help prevent such incidents in the future and create a safer online environment for everyone. The impact of Rashid's actions on his victims has been devastating. These young individuals, many of whom were already vulnerable, found themselves ensnared in a web of manipulation and deceit. The emotional toll has been immense, leaving them grappling with feelings of betrayal and helplessness. Many of the girls he targeted have suffered severe psychological trauma, including depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. The constant fear and anxiety have disrupted their daily lives, making it difficult for them to trust others or feel safe in their own environments. Some have had to seek professional help to cope with the overwhelming stress and emotional pain. The global reach of his crimes is staggering. Rashid's actions were not confined to one region or country. They spanned continents, affecting individuals from diverse backgrounds and cultures. This widespread impact has brought to light the pervasive nature of online exploitation and the ease with which predators can operate across borders. With victims spread across 20 countries, the case highlights the borderless nature of online exploitation. Each pin on the map represents a life forever altered by Rashid's actions, a stark reminder of the far-reaching consequences of his crimes. The international scope of the case has necessitated unprecedented cooperation between law enforcement agencies worldwide. Law enforcement agencies faced significant challenges in tracking down Rashid and bringing him to justice. The complexity of the case required advanced technological tools and cross-border collaboration. Investigators had to navigate different legal systems and overcome numerous obstacles to piece together the evidence needed to apprehend him. The emotional scars left on his victims are a testament to the profound impact of online abuse. These scars are not just emotional, but also social, as many victims have withdrawn from their communities and support networks. The trauma has left an indelible mark on their lives, affecting their relationships, education, and future prospects. This case underscores the urgent need for greater awareness and education surrounding online safety. It is crucial for individuals, especially young people, to be equipped with the knowledge and tools to protect themselves online. Schools, parents, and communities must work together to foster a safer digital environment and prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. The Western Australia Joint Anti-Child Exploitation Team launched an extensive investigation into Rashid in 2019. Their thorough investigation revealed a disturbing pattern of predatory behavior. They uncovered his deep connections to misogynistic online communities known as incel groups. These groups often harbor deep resentment and hatred towards women, promoting violence and exploitation. The investigation revealed that Rashid was part of a vast network of individuals involved in child exploitation. This network shared explicit content and strategies for targeting and manipulating vulnerable victims. In 2020, Rashid's reign of terror came to an end when he was arrested during a police raid. Authorities seized computers and electronic devices containing a trove of evidence against him. The evidence painted a clear picture of Rashid's crimes. Explicit images and videos of his victims, chat logs detailing his manipulative tactics, and connections to other online predators left no doubt of his guilt. The judge, during sentencing, described Rashid's crimes as abhorrent and calculated. He emphasized the devastating impact on the victims and the need for a strong deterrent against such offenses. This case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of online safety. Parents, educators, and young people themselves must be vigilant in protecting themselves from online predators. Educating young people about the risks of online interaction is crucial. They need to understand the importance of safeguarding their personal information, recognizing red flags, and reporting suspicious activity. Open communication between young people and trusted adults is essential. Creating a safe space for children to discuss their online experiences can help prevent and address potential abuse. The global nature of Rashid's crimes highlights the urgent need for international cooperation in combating online exploitation. Law enforcement agencies must work together closely to share information and resources effectively. International collaboration is essential in tracking down perpetrators, sharing best practices, and providing comprehensive support to victims across borders. The fight against online exploitation requires a strong, united front. Harmonizing laws and regulations related to online crimes is crucial to ensure that perpetrators are brought to justice, regardless of their location or the location of their victims. The case of Mohammed Zain ul Abidin Rashid is a wake-up call. It highlights the dark side of the digital world and the vulnerability of young people online. It is a call to action for parents, educators, law enforcement agencies, and policymakers to work together to create a safer online environment for children. By prioritizing online safety, fostering open communication, and collaborating on a global scale, we can protect our children from the predators who seek to exploit them. The safety of our children depends on it.